um, they actually, that's like the first thing. You move a lot. It's not like stacked tightly together, and always in PvP, it's like move around as much as you can.
Right.
Use the areas to your advantage. Basically, like Sans. See, yeah, you have it on you.
Yes.
Um, Try to proc it on me.
Alright.
Because Zan kills most of you if you're not prepared. Exactly. Simply, if you go behind things, that doesn't work because it's a statue. You just try something. If it's a stone or an area thing that
Use this stone.
Or if you have like a gap close, you can use it to get away to break the cover.
you could, yes. The easiest thing, let's try it again.
I don't know what the cooldown is. Is it up yet?
Zan also normally stops if you proc, if you stun people. And then you can easily move away from the stun and try to block while doing so. And try to proc it again.
Hello.
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 PvP training is today, right?
Yeah. TP to Galmir's house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come to guild hall, yeah.
Wait. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Nothing
Yeah,
of
that
this works because it's no
This
wheel
thing
stones.
works, I think.
But normally if you go
I-
behind this thing
J-
that's environment, it interrupts the...
Jano, that's rock is real rock. Behind
Yeah, but I was
step.
going behind. Let me... This is not a real rock.
No,
See?
the rock. This
Yeah,
rock.
but I cannot go behind the rock. Yeah, I'm in the water then. See?
Okay, let's find you rock.
No, we can also use probably, let me see.
Maybe
This
this one on the other side.
I got to wait for cooldown. Has 18-second cooldown.
Or even this one.
Yeah, during that time you can, let me just one more time see if it works.
I think there's rocks over here at the north.
Yeah, that should work. You could help me a bit if you try to interrupt it by going between the stones so we don't see each other.
Yeah, we can't duel while they're doing the dummies.
Yeah. Let's quickly see it again. Because normally Zan stops automatically as soon as you get behind something that's... Yeah, there it stopped. So if you have Zan on you, and you have two ways, either dodge or try to get away. But getting away can be sometimes tricky because the other person simply can follow you. Or if it has a gap closer and he stays never more far away than 10 meters, he will still kill you. The only thing that actually will happen is that Zan will be nerfed next patch, so it won't be such a problem, or the distance will be reduced, I think, to, what is it, 6 meters?
What is it at the moment? It's currently 10 meters.
Yeah, at the moment, and it will be. Yeah, exactly like Razor Road. It's about learning the classes. Each class plays differently in PV.
I have just one more question about the
Sure.
Hexen and the battlegrounds now. What about Dawnbreaker? Is it worth to put a few skill points in that and just...
Basically, vampires. Because of the passives that.
Oh, have no stamina.
I got plenty of that boy. 40k. That was without ulti, by the way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, you will have probably difficulties against him. You,
Yani. Bırak ya, ne çabuk döküm aleme.
The Dragon Wing's the ulti, or is it?
No, that's a Reliquant set.
Relican is, like we said, not really a good
Yeah,
PvP
I've
set.
literally got all PvE gear.
Yeah. There are multiple ones you actually get also from Battlegrounds. There are some really nice ones. And the one from Dragonstar Arena also pretty useful, some of them. But you don't need, yeah, like you posted. They can be really nice, especially like you also should wear like a monster set that is more defensively or offensively, like Balkan Scoria, Zan, Bloodspawn is a defensive one, Pirate Skeleton is a good defensive one because it gives you major protection. There are multiple ones. For example, also sometimes Grofter can be useful on certain classes because it deals a lot of AoE damage. Additionally, Elumbus can be pretty much not be used. Yeah, this set also. Troll King is sometimes really useful. It gives you an insane amount of survivability. This set, because it increases your health regen by a lot. Let's see.
Güneş alır, güneş.
Like we said, Zan of course, but it's a really offensive one. What else do we have?
Her numara. Ayman yoktu, ver bana.
Infernal Guardian can be quite useful on Magicka swords because you spam a lot of shields. Yeah, Celine of obviously. Also, this set can be quite useful. It's more of a defensive skill because it gives again minor vulnerability. Inflicts it to the enemy, which basically reduces the enemy's damage by 15%, which actually helps you a lot because it's 15% less damage you take from all his damage outcome. And use your ultimates not basically on cooldown. Wait for a time you can use your ultimates more or less wisely. Use your ultimates, for example, when an enemy is stunned to maximize the damage, or when he's really low to get a nice execute of him. Is sometimes not really worth it. You have to see if he's like 10%, you normally use then your execute to get him down. But if he's like at 50%, you could use your execute and then it won't do much damage. But if you do your ultimate and then your execute, he's often super fast dead. Now we will probably do a lot of duels, and I will just look at you and tell you basically what you can improve. So try to do a duel against each of the members here, maybe, and we telling you what to improve. I mean, Razor can probably help me. Razor, are you in voice chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a more of a lot of new skills.
I need to get a new skill. I don't have any for PvP. Just all the basic shit.
Basically, what you want to do is you want to get the add-on that's called Dressing Room, where you can save and store like loadouts.
Yeah, I have Alpha Gear, which is like
Alpha
You
Gear
want
is
to get a
also
specific
fine.
PvP one.
Yeah, I have like maybe 6 or 7 sets running.
Yeah, it's a good way. And then you can just carry around your PvP setup.
What was the add-on you said, the first one?
Dressing room.
Dressing Room. Yeah.
Alternatively would be Alpha Gear 2, works also nicely. I think Alpha Gear 2 is a bit beginners friendly, more friendly than Dressing Room.
Yeah, it's super simple.
Yeah, and with that you can basically have a PvE setup, a PvP setup, or even multiple PvE setups for later on. That could be quite interesting. Because sometimes in raids you have like trash fights, and then you could switch to one setup, a bit different skills, like more AoE skills, and then if you get to the boss fight, you switch again quickly by pressing one button to the boss setup. You could even go so far as changing completely your setup just to have more single target damage or to have more AoE damage with such add-ons.
One of the main sort of differences, I guess, is in PvE you usually stack everything into one thing, so all damage
Exactly.
or all defenses or whatever. But in PvP you have to try to be more flexible. You have to try to do everything at once, all
Yeah.
survivable.
Also,
Yeah, go on.
yeah, also that every player is different, so you can't really anticipate. Well, you can anticipate, but since the player is different, it can be hard to determine what the next move is.
I have to disagree to a certain extent. If, for example, each class has normally, the class skill lines. So I know normally that Stam Dragon Knight doesn't normally have an insane burst potential. I know he has this jump, but he normally will kill me over dots. I mean, he has not the same burst potential as a Smack Sock has or a Mag Blade has. Come out of nowhere, heavy attack, soul swallow, flame reach, the more of destruction touch, and gives me an assassin's will all at the same time, and then probably puts an impale if I'm not dead already behind it in a pretty fast move pace. You can anticipate certain moves simply if you know the class as well. For example, Templars don't have really burst potential. They have probably Walton Scoria running, but they don't have really high burst potential. And for example, you won't have normally a Stamina Nightblade fighting a Dragon Knight, Stem Dragon Knight for a long time simply because it's not their playstyle. They don't have the normally also the resource management a Dragon Knight has. And also then a Dragon Knight will win probably a fight over time, while a Stamina Nightblade will have troubles keeping up during a long fight. But I mean, for example, if you fight now against Eraser Dial, the only chance you really have is you have to keep up your shields, do nice shield stacking, and probably since you will use rings, use crushing shock or something that goes through shields. So you have to use hunting curse pretty a lot. and wait for him to basically stun him and maybe get a meteor on him during the moment he's stunned. So you need really good timing and then a bit of luck. On the other side, he will put a lot of dots on you. And you have to hope that your shields are holding and have to wait for his move with his jump. Stuff like this.
God, I'm wrong skill bar.
Yeah, but as you see, I was pretty.
I didn't even use a skill.
Yeah. I mean, for example, Rudentor and John, try you two. It would be actually quite interesting because normally a stem one would be also quite bursty. Same goes for mech one. And a Limsy you can try against Column. That would be also quite interesting. Yeah. Didn't get fast enough out of the AoE. And sandboxed.
Yeah, everything proc at the same time. It just.
I think after this I might go grab Infernal Guardian.
Yeah, Infernal Guardian is quite useful if you spam a lot of shields.
Yep.
I can go switch out to another class as well if you want me to duels with using something else. I basically have everything. So.
Yeah, same as me. I will probably also switch out. But Dragon Knight was in this case quite useful to show off the wings.
I want the rematch.
Yeah, of course. Try to duel a lot, and I will look at the moment at duels, and then if Razor wants to switch characters, he could you do it now? So, yeah, then because I will also switch to multiple characters, so we can showcase a bit the different classes.
Want me to switch to?
Let me see. Do you have a mech plate probably? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what is your second best class? Your next?
Probably my mag sword.
Yeah. Okay, then get your mech sword. That would be also nice. And I will try to get my. Then as soon as you come back, I will switch to my stem warden.
I think I'm gonna head out for a bit. It's really warm here because we're in the middle of a heat wave in Sweden. So I'm gonna go cool off instead. But thanks for the PvP advice.
Yeah, no problem. Cool yourself off, and we will try to duel now a bit. Yeah, I will try now against my luck against Daryl with this character. Let's see.
Oh, so close. Goodbye.
Okay. One thing, it's not really smart to if you zap to or teleport too many times because it costs you a shit ton of magicka. And I have the advantage. I can simply crit rush you every time I can go bam, 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 and I do insane a lot of damage. And you basically the only thing you lose is resources, an insane amount of resources. So basically use that once to zap through me. I'm stunned. Try to get a heavy attack off me. And if you have a healing stuff, do it with the healing stuff because I cannot reflect it. If you do a heavy attack with the fire stuff, I can simply reflect it. So you damage yourself more than you do me. So let's try again.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, Mighty Zero, try again against OP Column.
Alright.
That is also quite tricky because he's a Dragon Knight, but he's a Magicka Dragon Knight.
I also don't have a resto staff, so I don't have much like healing and stuff.
That was really close.
Did you use ult?
Yes.
You see in your death recap, but you both have to heal yourself a bit more during a fight. During a fight, you should never get below 50%. The reason why, even if you were so low and you won the duel, in PvP there would be standing somewhere next to you and he will just proc his execute and you would be dead.
Right.
So always try to overheal yourself. Even if you're basically already at 100%, have your heals up.
Yeah, I need to get a resto staff because I don't have heal. Well, I have heals in my Burning Ember, but that's it. And I have a shield.
Yeah, I just got to be good for now. So that's the only one.
So John, let us try a bit.
You don't actually need a resto staff. Embers and Dragon Blood is plenty.
Oh.
That's nice, you kill him and resurrect.
Nice. John, do you have any other ability than the fire thing you shot at me, the sun?
Not particularly, no. I have the Radiant Destruction.
Wait, who am I against?
Not that really.
Okay.
Where am I
So you will probably have to stick a bit to healing.
Wait, I have no food. Let me.
It was like insta whiff.
That was easy.
Okay, now we have a Sork. Get shield stacks. You want Lich and let me check. Master Staff
Infernal.
and what other 5 set? Infernal Guardian I would
Shacklebreaker and Pirate
and
Skeleton.
Shacklebreaker. Oh. Yeah. So he will be super hard to kill. You can try your luck. It will be actually interesting because he will now he will die pretty much quickly if his shields are down. The problem is he has quite strong shields. So for example, he would hate if you use slugs. Because slugs goes through all his shields directly into him. For example, if I duel him, he also.
Wrong target.
Yeah. The nice thing is, against the Sork as a Dragon Knight, he has more trouble damaging me because I reflect everything and it costs him insane amount of stamina. I have to. Oh, it goes through everything, the stupid step.
That's some OP after that.
I think we will stop then soon the fight because it will take probably a really, really long fight to determine who's winning this. Simply because come on, let's stop this nonsense.
Here's a good example, like the problem. You have to stack enough damage so that you're actually able to kill something. Like with that build, sure you can live, but you're not gonna kill me ever. So
Yeah, and the same goes basically for him. The interesting part would be now if I'm running slugs, because he would have troubles then going through with slugs. I cannot really kill him, but neither can he because his main spammable is destruction stuff, flame, and I can basically reflect it every time. And as soon as I have like his light attacks, the only thing he can basically damage me is his haunting curse and his haunting curse. But his haunting curse I can simply block because I see when it's on me. The moment it should damage me, it's like a 5k. And I get resources every time from theoretically potions and my ultimate. So we could probably continue this fight until somebody makes a big mistake. I forget to put up my wings, or he forgets to put up the shield. So such fights will be then determined by who's around him. Because as soon as, of course, another one gets in, I will probably have troubles keeping up my heals and all this stuff, and he will have also problems keeping up his shields. Let me now change quickly characters to my stem one. And you can try to duel again each other. Who didn't duel each other yet? You know who you dueled already?
Wait, I'm gonna go back. Wait, what gear should I use for a mag DK?
For Magic DK, there are multiple sets. You could use relatively easy to get sets as Silk of the Sun.
I'm looking at Outcast PvP guide for a mag DK. It says to use Julianos with Smout with Burning Pen and Story.
As a PvP build?
Yeah.
I mean, Eraser, do you have a
that's a like you want to use Valken Scoria and then
Yeah,
you wanna
exactly.
get like a tanky set. I mean, honestly, just get Slodes. It's craftable. It's OP as fuck.
Don't get slots. If I see anybody running around with slots, no.
I'm on my way to Artium, boys.
Slodes on Mag DKs is just
Insane.
yeah, it's so fucking broken. Because they the problem
yeah.
with the proc sets is that you don't actually need to use your skills, so you can dedicate everything to just being tanky and survivable, and let the proc sets do all the damage for you.
Exactly. Right. And the next thing is, like he points out, on a magic DK, you put like at least 3 dots plus a poison dot plus the thing plus the slug dot on them, and they die like flies. And if you have a set like Zans on a magic DK Danma, this thing hits like in the leg proc on a test dummy, it hits like for nearly 40k.
Yeah, Son is pretty fucking broken.
Especially if you mix it like with Endoling Flames. It's not nice. It's really not nice. But of course you can use it. I mean, it's pretty overpowered because especially against shields, users like Magicka Sorks and Magicka Nightblades have basically dying from it super fast because they have like only 1 heal normally on them or 2, and slugs goes through all their shields. So they can have fully shield stacked and they still get an insane amount of damage. But normally what I want on my second account on my Magic DK is Silks of the Sun. How's the set of one called again that you used? Shacklebreaker. Shacklebreaker and Vulcan Scoria.
What? This Outcast guide says to go impen and tri-stat for the trait and enchant. The problem is this character's a crafter, so I have like every crafting skill max, so I have like no skill points. I have like 2 skill points.
Just go around all the public dungeons and do the group events. You get 1 skill point for each one.
Right.
And also for the public dungeons if you do the boss fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're also super easy.
Is there a way to know which ones I've done, so I don't just like go running around?
In achievements.
Yeah.
Achievements, dungeons, public dungeons, and then you look for the ones that says group event.
It's only finished Cadwell's Gold as well, so that'll probably be like a couple of skill points in the quest.
As soon as you get away from me, that's it.
Okay, let's travel to Gil mission. Gilma, you want also to join?
No, I'm streaming.
Ah, okay.
Where did you learn to fight like this, PvP?
Just go out there and do solo PvP, like, every day.
Yeah.
Try to buy fire.
Yeah. Fuck. In the beginning, often you will get wiped and destroyed more times than you can count. And it's really learning by doing, and especially in PvP, it really helps if you know the classes. At least you play all 4 of them at least once. Somehow, because you know a bit the skills that the other players have. That can help a bit. And of course you have to do really do solo PvP or small scale PvP. It doesn't help to learn when you go like in a horde of 50 people and kill like one guy.
That is ridiculous.
So. Okay.
Wait, what weight slow should I make?
Let's have it the.
Oh. God. When does the event actually start, the PvP event?
It starts tomorrow at 4 PM, but normally, as I know Zos, the servers will rip. Because everybody will try to enter PvP, so I said we will start on Thursday to do it. Yeah, we will try to get in the PvP in the no CP campaign. Simply one thing, it's less laggy, and we have a lot of people that are not fully CP.
Yeah.
So I think that would be.
Gives me a couple of days to get my gear and stuff sorted, so that's good. Maelstrom.
Yeah, for example, a stem one is also actually made ideally for burst. I have to also wait for my burst combo. Ah, shit, wrong ultimate.
Seems like just being tanky is OP. Like, they just never kill you.
Ah, it's because champion points ruin this game, basically.
No, it's not because of. I'm really tanky because of the setup. I won 7 Legion, Blood Spawn, and my skills. I have like 4 healing skills on me every time he damages me. Stuff like this, and my ultimate is again up. So. But he puts enough pressure on me so I cannot go really into the offensive mode.
You did. Oh, maybe not.
Not when you have 4 healing skills.
Yeah, I use this character also often in battlegrounds. I can normally, if it's not such a strong group, I can sustain normally like up to 2 to 3 people for quite a while.
Yeah, but the problem is that that's useless because you're not killing anybody. And
I can kill somebody, but the problem is he's really good with his sword, so he knows what he's doing. And he puts
this
in.
also isn't representative. You have to remember of battlegrounds because you have
It's not
all
like
your
you have to kill anyone in most battlegrounds, so you have to
Well,
get the flag or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the games
I
are
mean, if
deathmatches.
Jay has the ball in Chaos Wall, he doesn't have to kill anyone. Just
Exactly.
That's the reason. Like also in deathmatch, I normally am not the one who has like all the kills, simply because normally as the Sorg takes all the kills, simply because of a stupid execute. But
So
I
good.
what?
The execute is so good. It's so fucking overpowered.
At least in the battleground deathmatch, it's really stupid because I can basically kill somebody like to 99%. And he has his executor on him. He gets the kill.
Yep, exactly. But
So
the problem with duels is that you have your champion points active. So if you go into a battleground thinking, "Oh, I'm so tanky," etc., and then you go into a no champion point setting, you're gonna find you're
you
not
get
very
whipped
tanky.
super fast. Yeah.
Yeah, and your resource sustain is way lower. So don't don't learn to play with champion
Sorry,
points. It's better to learn to play without
Sure.
them and then transition over to play with them. You'll become a much better player.
Yeah, the problem with yet with also with this setup, he's running way too fast. Because I have to get my stun on him is my stupid dizzy swing. So it takes me quite a while to get to him, and then I have to wait for my combo because the one is I'm actually not that bad in groups because I provide a big debuff, and my execute I can spam and while surviving quite a lot of damage. Because the more he damages me, the more I heal and the more weapon damage I get. Wait, let's stop this dude. Yeah, for example, yeah, against Nightblades, for example. Wait, are you in a fight, Mighty Ziggy?
No.
Did you try to duel me? Because I couldn't.
What class are you running?
Oh my god, whatever you did took like 50% HP off me.
Yeah, if I get you one time with my dizzy swing, it hits you like for. Let me check. It hits you like for 7k.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, and if I hit you then with my Dawnbreak and my Execute, you dead. But as I have to get the one stupid swing on you, and you can pretty easily avoid it. Like you saw with Razor, he basically just stepped 2 steps back and he completely avoided it.
Oh!
Heal yourself. You have to both heal yourself. It's like it's with you two. It's always like the achievement thingy. The what was it called? Close death achievement or something. When you kill an enemy and you're below 10% or something.
What's retarded about the stuff I'm running is if I kill somebody, I get like 70% ult back, and it only takes 70 ultimate.
Yeah. For example, one against ones are normally super funny.
Yeah, no, you're gonna see. It will be fun.
Yeah, I mean we will anyway. One is a complete group. That's it.
It is. Where is it? Incapacitating strike.
Yeah, yeah.
It does 11k disease damage and stuns for 4.5.
Yeah, but the stun will be removed next patch if you not have a lower health than the health percentage than your target. You won't stun them, so that will be a problem for Nightblades.
We have surprise attack as well, which is 4.6 seconds and off balance for 5. As far as you attack while you're stealthed or invisible.
Yeah, but I think they will also remove that.
Are you kidding me? So what are we gonna have?
Yeah, that's the problem. It's what was I'm talking about. So actually, what faction are you in?
Oh shit. Alderemi.
I'm a Dark Elf, I don't know how to go.
The Dark Elf would be normally Ebon hard pack. Divil is Daggerfall Covenant.
I got all anyway, so I can. I was thinking about PvPing on my tank anyway.
Yeah, Eraser, you at this character, you're High Elf, so.
Yeah, I'm Ebon Heart.
Okay, yeah, because ideally we want to have 2 groups maximum, so not 3. So we have a full possibility of having all the members that sign up to join us.
What the hell was that? I'm thinking.
Well, you will stand in his ultimate, which is never a great idea, in his standard, which does an insane amount of flame damage.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
Boosts his damage and reduces his taken damage. So get him out of there simply by moving away. Yeah. So that would be nice if we can get a full that we all white. Then I will make announcements so you can.
What? Your ult is so.
But you hear it. You have to listen. Listen is in PvP really important because you can hear also the arrows that fly towards you before they actually hit you.
He has his ult every fight. I have my ult like once every 5
Yeah, because it's I need 70 ult when I do 2 attacks and that's it. I get it back. Anyway, let me try something on you because I want to see how this skill works. Just stay still. Yeah, so it works every time, I think.
No, yeah, of course not if he is the white swirls under his feet. Now it would work again. That was like the suicide bombing. Like 5% health and go in.
I need to go craft the rest of the stuff. My pipeline.
Yeah, Razor, you have characters in all faction?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah, those who have one character, could you write me in a message on Discord simply which faction you are in? Then that would be great, so I know already.
Oh, I fucked up big time.
You have to work against Column a bit more stealthy. And not go too much direct. You are faster than him, than his Dragon Knight.
The problem with that is I need to switch up my gear for PvP because I only got 9.7k Magicka and Shadow Disguise uses 3.7.
Right.
Yeah, but that's normally you don't have an stem blade too much Magicka, even because in champion points it gets reduced also quite a lot.
No, that's stun.
Let me again switch quickly characters. I will switch also to stem blade and Razor, do you have another class we didn't play yet or show?
I can do Mag DK, I guess, if you want, or I can do Magicka Templar.
Magicka Templar would be really nice. If you have, do you have a really tanky one, or is it more an offensive one?
No, it's all like all my builds are offensive. I don't really care.
Yeah. The problem is you see that this one that I used is actually my tank also. It's a tank character for PvE, so he's naturally more tanky.
Wait, I started using Crush and Shock, and every time you lunge at me, I Crush and Shock, and then it interrupts it.
Are you ulting or am I missing the ult?
You're missing ult because I Crush and Shocked you, and it like disrupts it.
Interesting.
Yeah, against Sox you have to be really careful. Normally Sox you would not kill in open combat. You have to be, as Nightblade work, like you would say, smarter than hard. For example, in PvP, normally you see a Sorc riding on his horse.
Yeah.
They have relatively low health. So as a Nightblade, they are like, yes, another Sorc. And if they don't have Wound, Prison, or Wound, how's it called? Protecting Wound. Yeah, the morph where it's basically on them. So if you damage them, it stuns you. You can kill them normally pretty easily because they have like 19k health or 20k health. You shoot 2 arrows at them and they're normally dead, and then or you go close combat, ultimate them, and then goodbye. Light attack, surprise attack, ultimate, and execute.
Ah, I'm a potato, holy shit. Keep fucking up my skill bars.
Wait, when does the werewolf update come out?
Probably 2
Tomorrow?
weeks or no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's soon. It's not 2 weeks. It's like in a couple of days or something.
No, I think it should be tomorrow. The
Yeah,
patch.
it might be tomorrow. It might.
Why would it be tomorrow? They don't have a patch tomorrow only for the EU server. They don't have a patch for the
Wait,
North
who am I
American
fighting?
server.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
Holy shit.
It's a nice lizard.
Fuck that. Wait, what class is that? You're not in the group anymore?
oi, Boris.
Me? Yeah, I'm at the moment because I'm reloading.
Ah.
Ulti though.
It's no weak statement though.
There's definitely a patch, like.
Yeah, but I thought it's let me just check. I thought it's like a patch to fix stuff.
Ah, it's your fucking retarded ulti, I can't do anything with it.
Yeah, tomorrow morning they have European mega servers for maintenance down at 6 UTC. So in the morning they have it down. It's not saying for the new patch.
Right. It might just be like update.
I think it's a hot fix.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hot fix for certain things. Yeah, a huge performance fix. They have a lot of performance issues, as you know.
Yeah, finally fixed the siege in Cyrodiil.
Yeah. By the way, can somebody invite me back? That would be really nice.
I think I'm gonna head off now. It's getting very hot where I am. I'm very tired.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks though, 'cause I actually learned a lot from this.
Yeah. Before you leave, the only thing is on Thursday, then we will try to get the groups up. Could you simply just write me then which factions you are in?
No
All
bother.
you leave simply on the Discord in a private message. Just send me if you have only one character or multiple characters. Just tell me the factions you can get into.
No problem.
So I can organize that we get like 2 groups running. Ideally would be 1, but that won't happen. That would be great.
Alright. Alright, let's see you later.
Bye-bye.
Come on. My worst enemy. Ah, he puts that stupid eclipse on me.
Oh, that was close. Oh, he got you.
Yeah. The soul assault. I couldn't go away. There's nothing to stop it.
Can't be interrupted.
It can be not interrupted. I have to go behind something.
What if you
actually-
CC?
See, I use a few range abilities, you can't do shit, same as your ulti.
Alright, let's go again.
It's your ulti that kills me because my PvP, PvE is all about close combat, not like...
I didn't even use my ulti in them fights.
Yeah, because you...
Wait, let me just quickly invite you before you
I
kill
only
me.
used it once.
Don't think I can now, or
Yeah, not a problem. Then. We actually like if he puts an eclipse on me, I have to basically land aside and then hope that he doesn't watch and then go like in. Yeah, but he will just cleanse stuff.
Jesus, Celine's done.
Nah, I have nothing to
12k
get
damage.
behind.
Yeah, that's what it does. It's 13,549.
And as a Nightblade, it's like your worst enemy what he does. It used to snare, then it was even more OP, and it costs like 100 ultimate points, or 125, so it's pretty cheap. And he also has quite a lot of health. For example, if I play against Mighty Xeo, just...
It feels like I'm gonna die in 2 seconds.
Nah. I'm really not that good of a ganker because I don't like the playstyle.
DB, you kill me in like 2 seconds every time.
Ah, he dodged.
What was that AO attack?
You actually take no damage or just die.
no, it's because I used Total Dark on you, so all your magical spells are reflected back on you.
Yeah, that's... and basically all your physical attacks too.
It's the black orb or the bubble that you see around you. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw
Um,
it, I just didn't know what it done.
It's actually super powerful. The Templars are really hard to beat.
So what do I do?
Let
Run
me
away?
put the bubble on you, like... Alright, so try to attack me now.
You have to break free from the bubble. You will kill yourself and he will heal up fully from this.
And then while you're CC immune, while you have the swirly thing around your feet, I can put another bubble on you. So there I go.
Wait,
So now you have to break free. Break free.
What do you mean break
Double.
free?
Pressing block and attack at the same time, like you break free.
Yeah, yeah.
Just normally if you get stunned.
I have no I done it just it ran out of block. I put another one. Oh wait, I have it.
If you're breaking free on your mouse buttons, you need to find another button to put that on. There you go.
Yeah, no, I have break free as right click, and then I have block as mouse button 5, so one of my side buttons.
You can try to take him down. I think even if he Razor just heals himself, you will never get him down. Look where he's standing. Stop the damage. You won't get him down. Look at where he's standing.
Yeah, but I have no... When I change my abilities, I should have changed so I could put him on there, but I haven't done it yet.
No. The problem is he's standing at a wound circle. It gives him back magicka. He heals through his ritual. His resistance is up. And as a skeleton, he has major protection.
So pretty much as a stand blade, you can't really do anything as a melee champ if he's standing in there.
No, you wouldn't also do something because he won't kill you by standing in there. You will just wait, go out of range.
It took my ult and my fucking Zan to proc before I could.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
like he didn't do anything offensively because if he would do something offensive, you would be so under pressure and you could never put the pressure on him. So, and also like normally you would say like Templars are the exact opposite to DKs. Normally it was like Nightblades couldn't do anything against DKs. Sorks were really good taking down Templars, and
DB, change to your mag DK.
Alright, one sec.
so I can just like learn from it, see what stuff you use.
Against the mech, DK will be tricky. He will put again a lot of dots on you.
Yeah.
So ideally, as another DK, you will have to put the same amount of dots on him. So it will be probably a long fight. So
Probably
it's
not. He'll probably kill me straight away. But yeah.
yeah, but the idea is that you learn a bit like the classes, and
Yeah.
a DK is like never really bursty, like a Nightblade. I would wait for the perfect moment. I have time. I kill you. Probably duels are not really good for Nightblades because
I know you're there. And I'm ready for it.
yeah, genau. If I meet you in battlegrounds, you wouldn't see me. You will see me first, basically, if it's too late.
I'm lagging, bro.
Yeah, he's jumping all over the place. It's the majestic British fucking internet.
I literally couldn't even swap my bar for the whole time.
What's your ISP call?
For my internet.
Yeah.
I think it's like talk or something.
Oh, good luck with that garbage.
Good thing is sitting deeply in the main lore.
My internet is good, but I don't use fucking.
Now we have a real challenge. Two-handed and Wester stuff?
No, ice stuff.
Ice staff. Okay, that's an interesting combination. I'm really interested in this. Infernal Guardian.
Bruh. Would you use Zoltan of Makakai? Oh, use slow. Oh, that's your name.
Yeah, you know, so you have slots activated, Eraser?
Yeah, I use loads. Well, I use Valken, but it's on another character, so I just use Infernal Guardian, and then I use Weird Tree on this one for self-cleansing.
Maybe post it, please, in the chat so they know the sets, because they probably don't know the sets by name.
Invite them to the group. I'd also like to see a screenshot of like your skills and stuff in Discord if you don't mind.
Yeah, feel free to. Because Magic DK I have on my second account. Wouldn't help. Yeah, that's the thing that shoots basically the mortars. The Infernal Guardian shoots mortars.
Right.
The other thing is what he uses, the Weird Tree, is basically a self-cleanse. Basically, same thing as an extended ritual does. The only thing it has a 15 seconds cooldown. So technically, you have 15 seconds of full duration of dots on him that he cannot cleanse. And of course, slugs. I don't have to explain it. I think pretty annoying set. Does an insane amount of damage. You cannot avoid. It's basically 5k, 5.4k pure damage. You have no chance. You have to heal through.
Yeah, it's the stupidest set in the game. Like,
yeah,
it's too good not to use, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, I refuse to use it for multiple reasons.
Tomorrow it's going to be dodgeable, I think.
It's like I said, I don't think tomorrow the patch will come out.
Oh right.
The patch.
I watched the live stream and they said like after the weekend.
Let me just check this. When does it?
It might be. No, it might be with the.
No, the DLC doesn't come tomorrow. It's like a month away.
No,
almost.
not the DLC.
Yeah.
I meant the
Yeah, I think that's the. They bring it. They said they bring it out with the next patch. But I just checked the patch notes. It says nothing from nerfing slugs. It reads only hotfixes, basically performance issues. If we check it again.
I see.
So I think they will, like they said already, they bring it out in the patch notes on the PTS server. It's already patched. So when Wolf Hunter DLC comes out, I'm probably dying just from his stupid Infernal Guardian set. Yeah. Checking again. Yeah, it's Felice. They fixed the bug in. They fixed the quest.
Wait,
Then they put something in Cloud West in guilds. And then the big thing is in performance. They had a lot of problems in performance.
Oh yeah, it's mid game event time. Around Jay, me, and Sarkhan.
And he has already slugs on me. Slugs on a Nightblade in medium armor is like a death sentence, really. And now he has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 dots on me. It's insane. And again slugs.
And yes.
I could do nothing. Basically, slugs proc twice. It does 5.7 damage. His burning embers did 6k. And then his execute was basically his ultimate.
Right.
You have no chance really against slugs if you're in medium armor like me.
Really
Like my only
yeah.
chance against him would be if he's on a horse, and I basically gank him, because then even he has not time to do anything. He's dead before he's basically fully down. Also, like Zahn is also really bad against Nightblades. If you're a Nightblade, you won't. You should try to avoid Zahn users, because if Zahn procs on you, normally it's goodbye.
Seems to me like there's 100 ways to avoid something and 100 ways to not avoid something. It's just like a circle jerk. You can have one set and then the other one, and it's gonna be a completely different result with the same skills, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is what I like. It's a lot of variety. You can just do a lot of things.
Exactly. Also, you will see a lot of PvP builds. We will try to go for Imperial City. Imperial City is a bit different than the normal Cyrodiil because it's a mixture between PvE and PvP. So I think it makes up a bit for the disadvantage we have, that we have a lot of PvE people. So the PvE people can basically focus on killing the bosses, while my plan was basically that the PvP people that are a bit more experienced can basically more or less protect you from other people. And since we already have 2 factions, in the case that there's a 3rd faction, we should be around, I hope, full like 10 to 20 players that we are in total. We should be able to kill them easily.
I wish Friendly Fire could do that.
And exactly, after we stored all our Telva stones safely, we can do, the plan was then to do a guild battle, like between 2 factions, that it's more or less balanced. Nice! You got him actually quite close, to be honest.
Yeah, I decided to see if I could tank Zahn. It was close, but
Zahn,
thankfully,
you
Dragon
see
Blood
even
is
you
strong.
as insanely strong in the Dragon Knight.
This is slow.
And you were actually close. You made Cullum, you were really close to kill him. If you put your ultimate up during the same time at Zahn procs and you give him a flame whip at the same time, he would be dead.
And my only use is, I was doing pretty good with the burning embers, like 3 gen, just spam my shield. I feel like the Sork is the hardest for me to take on. The Sork just destroys me.
No, it's the other way around. Sork is easy because you just use scales.
Yeah, but I don't have that. So it's just
Yeah,
like,
but you need it.
Scales is like you said, if you have scales, a sword and even a mech blade is normally not a problem. They are like basically, they see you already as, oh god, not a Dragon Knight, I hate them.
Exactly. Yeah, you just don't take fights versus magic in case if you're a mag sword. You just
That's actually a
forget
really
about it and
important
run away.
point. Don't take fights you know you won't win. Like
Right.
normally if we're in open world, like who would I pick? I would hook probably Dyril because he's a Sorc, and if he's on a Source, nice for me as a DK. I would pick like probably a Warden. Yeah, Warden seems nice. Other Knight Plate on a horse is nice. If you're on a Dragon Knight, is also pretty nice. At Sorcs, I'm a bit careful because if they could have Wound Cage up, so it kills you pretty quickly. But if you are a Sorc and you see a Dragon Knight, best chance of survival is you run away normally, except it's like a really, really inexperienced Dragon Knight. Then you might have a chance, but if he's experienced like Razor is with his one, you will have really, really troubles with it to beat him. I mean, simply because it counters it so well.
Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go do something else.
Yeah, sure.
Healers have it a bit hard in this things.
Well, not really. Actually, like you saw, Razor had like his nice Magicka Templar is actually a really nice way to heal your group. And as a healer, you can especially be also extremely useful in groups.
Yeah, I feel you, but in duels it's hopeless.
Yeah, in duels it doesn't make really sense to come as a healer. The same goes like for tanky characters.
What's the last skill in your first bar on the far right?
It's a structured entropy from the major skills skill line.
Oh, right.
It's to give you major sorceries, you get 20% damage increase.
And also it heals you. Or you have structured the one or the other one?
No, structured.
Okay, guys, so I'm off seated.
Yeah, we will probably end it because we have to. I just saw that in mid game somehow.
Yeah.
I have to go there and attend the event. But thanks again for joining. We will just again whisper me please your factions you have available, so I can figure out until Thursday which factions we will join as a group.
If I recall correctly, you can switch factions, can't you?
No, you can't.
I think you can buy it with like.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, you can't switch.
Yeah, but we don't need to buy it just because.
Yeah, exactly. Just like an event.
Let me just check. Yeah, you could buy it that you can do it before you create your character, so that you can play every race and every faction. But I don't think you can later change it.
You cannot change
you can
it
change
later.
your looks. I know that.
You can change your
name. You can.
No,
change,
you cannot. You cannot change it.
You cannot change it. That's the thing. What I'm saying. You can.
Yeah, because otherwise, Cyrodiil PvP would get out of balance. You know, people, all of them would switch it to one side and then again next week to other.
Yeah. Okay, so simply like I said, that would be really nice if you can give me a message in Discord, and I can then try to figure out which factions we will run. So we have a maximum of 2 groups.
I've sent you mine.
Yeah, otherwise I will look that we take you also somehow with you. That maybe in the worst case scenario we have 3 groups, then but a really, really small one. Maybe that only like there are 2 people and they join the big group, but then you have to be watch out not to get killed by your own guild mates. That could actually happen just because, especially if you fight bosses, just because you stand in the AoE of your guild mates, kills you basically just from it. Yeah. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
Pretty much just a learning curve for myself. I need to learn because I'm quite new to this game, so it all makes sense what you guys are teaching, but I actually got to put it in practice and.
Yeah, sure. It's about everything is about practice. Column, I have to switch characters.
Alright.
That's not a healer. I could heal you like for. Let me
enough.
check.
It's amazing heals.
I can heal you like for 5k with my rigor, but that's it. Yeah. So if you have questions, I will put actually in the guild bank certain amount of sets I have available. They are really cheap ones, so you can have them if you need them. Then for the PvP event.
Okay.
Right. I'm probably just gonna make slows like Thingy said.
We could use also slots. Theoretically, I think you need 6 trades to craft it.
I should have enough. If not,
Luckily, all the Nightblade sets for PvP are very easily get. Like I can get them from dungeons pretty much. I'll just buy them.
Yeah. Okay, so I hope you had fun and learned
Yep.
1 or 2 things about it. So we all hope to see you then at the big event on Thursday where we start. We will do again
Is it this Thursday?
Yeah, this Thursday it starts already. The event starts technically, I think, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Middle European time. The problem is, like, the servers will be probably fully overfull, because everybody will do it then. So I did not want to do it on the first day. I mean, also the Yukon guys can go in and explore it, but I also will do the quick quest overview as soon as we enter with each of the groups.
Right.
Sounds good.
I've been there, but I haven't done any quests or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the reason. Also, mid-year, I will talk a bit about the achievements or announce it, so you get a quick overview what it's about. I mean, I linked already the link for the website. It explains it pretty much.
Yeah, I read that. It's like some simple things that you have to do in PG. You have to like you have to participate in like capturing and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And you get like the nice thing about it is you get like this
XP scroll thing.
Yeah, not the XP scroll. The experience thingy counts only towards PvP. It's automatically. So everything you do in PvP grants you double the experience it normally does already. So it's not like you get a scroll, you activate, and then you get like 100% more experience. It's more the case that you kill a player and now you get double experience from it than you did normally. But the nice thing are the gifts. They give you a lot of style materials. You get Akaviri, all the pack, the Altmeri Dominion, Dagger Fall Covenant, stuff like this. Transmute crystals. So really nice stuff. That's also something. And of course, it's a really good time, I think, just to do it as a guild event, because also you can level your alliance wars super fast. Yeah.
Okay, who's the fourth?